We want to belong. We want to feel like we're a part of a community. But sometimes, when we are into our healing journey and when we hear the stories of other people on their healing journey, we feel like it's just absolutely mandatory for us to be completely alone and miserable and, all those things in order to heal. So, even if there's a community for you who's actually supporting you in your healing journey, you subconsciously kind of reject it because you have heard so many stories, about people who went on their healing journey and there was a phase when they were completely alone and nobody understood them and stuff like that. And in a story form, it sounds really romantic, right? Like, oh my God, that person, they had their awakening, they went to the mountains alone and this and that. I mean, not just mountains, and you can also be alone at your home. But yeah, I'm just giving an example of how it feels, cinematically. And we kind of force ourselves to be alone in our healing journey and not really accept any help or support, even if it is available. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that there are stages in our lives where we go through a kind of alone patch where we need to learn how to be, good with ourselves alone, how to enjoy our company, how to really not be codependent on other people, and how to just be happy in our own presence, because maybe we have had many codependent patterns in relationships in our life. Those phases, they have a very deep meaning for sure, and they are so transformative. But the thing is, right now, if in this phase of your life you're not really in that phase anymore, where you need to be alone, where you don't need to have any support in your life, and actually what your heart is craving is a community of like-minded, heart-centered people, but you're still somehow forcing yourself to be alone. We do that unconsciously. We do that. And if you do that, just notice. Because we feel like, well, I can only heal when I'm alone and I'm going through an intense phase of my life. That, oh, I'm alone. I'm on rock bottom. I'm broken. Yes, I'm healing. But if I'm surrounded by loving people, by friends and family, people who support me, and I'm doing well, then I can't be healing. Healing only happens in the lows of life. Really? That's not true. And I'm telling you again, this is something that might not be fully conscious for you, but this is something that really happens unconsciously for us, for those of us who are really deep into our spiritual work, for those of us who are deep into healing, for those of you who are chosen ones to maybe break some ancestral patterns and collective patterns and this pattern and that pattern. We do this to ourselves sometime, that even when support is available, we don't take it. Because we feel like healing requires that, despair. Healing doesn't always require despair. Maybe you have had an experience in the past. Maybe when you had your spiritual awakening, you went through a dark night of the soul, and trust me, I completely get it. I completely get it. It's a really dark, really, really, really difficult phase of life. But if that phase is over, don't prolong it just because. Like, don't prolong it just because you think you need to. Don't prolong it just because now you subconsciously believe that in order to heal, I need to be completely alone and I need to be miserable in order to heal. No, you can heal even now. There's no problem. So if your heart has been calling for community right now, it is so for a reason. A community of like-minded, heart-centered individuals who understand you, who are on a similar path as yours, who support you. They exist. Your soul tribe exists. And even if you don't know these people right now, even if you have not really been united with your soul tribe just yet, please know that they are there. They exist. And if you are someone who is united with your soul tribe right now, maybe you need to appreciate it a bit more. Maybe you have been neglecting it kind of lately. Maybe you need to really appreciate the support that is around you. Maybe you really need to acknowledge that. Maybe you really need to do your part in the community. So just please recognize what stage of life you're in. If you are in a phase of life where you are really learning about solitude and how to be happy in your solitude, how to be happy with your own company, then that's great too. I know that stage also happens It happened with me, it happens with almost a lot of people. But in case you are not in that stage and your heart has been calling for community, please answer that call. It's so for a reason why your heart is calling for a community. We humans, we were not put here to be completely alone. We were put here to be in communities. We were put here to be in communities, and that sense of community is getting a bit lost and lost every single day, especially with the improvement of technology now. Don't come roaring at me, guys. I don't have anything against technology. This is technology through which I'm talking with you. It's just the overuse of technology that's not good. It's just the overuse of technology that's not good. It's just the replacing of humans with technology that is a bit like, I don't know, weird for me at least. I'm just gonna speak for myself. Maybe you like it, and that's perfectly great. Yeah, but for me, it's a bit weird if humans get, replaced by technology, which is happening these days. Like, I'm pretty sure you all know that a lot of people talk with AI as if they are humans, as if they are their friends and therapists and stuff. I'm not going to go too much into that. I actually made another video about that topic if you want to dive into that. I will leave it in the description below. And yeah, that's it. If your heart is yearning for community, please answer that call. And if you don't have those people just yet, please know that your soul tribe, they exist. The people exist. Just like how your heart is yearning for your soul tribe community, even their heart is yearning. And in divine timing, you all will meet. So please know this in your heart that you were not put here to do life alone. That's not the purpose of this human life, even though some phases are such in which we are completely alone, all that solitude stuff happens, yes. But overall, no, you are not put here to just be alone. You deserve a community. You deserve people who understand you. You deserve people who love you for who you are. You deserve people with whom you can take off that mask and you can actually be yourself. That's a privilege, right? In the world, if you have someone in front of whom you can actually take off that mask and you can really be yourself. So trust me, they do exist. They do exist. Let me know in the comments below if this video topic resonated with you. What are you taking away from this video? What stage of life are you in? Are you in the solitude phase or are you in the community phase? Let me know all about it in the comments below. I would love to read. And if you want to see more videos on spirituality, spiritual growth and development, soul's purpose, all these beautiful topics, make sure to subscribe to my channel. I post a lot of videos about all of this. Give me a like and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.